Hey, folks, and welcome to the debut of Just One Guy's Opinion, or JOGO for short. I wanted to make this video to give you an idea of what to expect from this channel. In short, everything. I'm going to talk about video games, electronics, pop culture, movies, music, whatever affects me pretty much, and consequently will affect you if you're into similar things. There'll mostly be video games on this channel because I am a huge video game enthusiast, and I take my gaming pretty seriously. um, as you can see, we're looking at Devil May Cry, or DMC, or DMC Devil May Cry. I don't really care what you call it. It is what it is. Mainly because of the controversy involving this fantastic game. I wanted to open with this because of just that, the controversy surrounding the game, and how silly it is, or was, or whatever. Um, this game is fantastic. If you haven't played this game and you're a fan of action games, then why aren't you playing this game? Because of what you heard on the internet? Because of what someone told you about the game in a negative sense? Um, because of the redesign of Dante? I mean, who cares? It's an awesome game. Um, but, I'm not here to sell you on Devil May Cry or DMC. It's your money, do with it what you will, or not, you know. If you're not playing this game for any other reason than you don't like Devil May Cry, then you're just missing out. But just the controversy in general that the gaming community sparked over this is a sign of bad things to come. In my opinion, the community as a whole really took 4 steps back as a community, as a culture, as a medium with this game. Not saying this is the creme de la creme of action games or something prolific, but just gamers' attitudes. It wasn't too long ago where there was an argument of whether or not games could be considered art. And, Devil May Cry isn't a masterpiece, by any means. It's a game, People, it's a game. It's a video game. But gamers were really up in arms because of one person's views on our hobby as a whole, and not giving that person credit, or even the issue credit. But someone said something that, rather, let me back that up. Someone publicized something that I was thinking, and a lot of people caught on to it. That why do we care about someone's opinion that isn't partaking in the hobby that we love? Why do we care if someone doesn't think that video games are art? If you've played Final Fantasy, if you've played The Legend of Zelda, Super Mario Brothers, Devil May Cry, any of the Metal Gear games, hell, Call of Duty, video games are art. And it really doesn't matter what someone believes or doesn't believe. The evidence is there, it presents itself. So the argument is invalid, for lack of better verbiage. But the controversy with this, it took us back because we, as a community, rallied over such an idiotic thought. And not a year later, here we are besmirching one of our own titles just because of some childish. I can't even think of the right verb or the descriptor. It's so incredibly silly, wasteful, and sad. And I'm so very glad on both Capcom and Ninja Theory's part that they listened very little to the community in making this game, because the end result is just fantastic. Taking the game at face value for what it is, it's fun. And that's where I've been qualifying my purchases and desires when it comes to video games. One, is the game fun? Two, was it worth the time I just invested in it? And with this, it has been. So with that, I'll move on to something else, a little more upbeat. This channel and JOGOO in general, it's just one guy's opinion, my opinion, on whatever, whether it be video games or phones or whatever. Just that. I'm no reviewer. I'm not being paid by anyone. Everything that's on this channel is acquired with my own money or own means, and if it isn't, I'll definitely give disclaimers before any viewing is done. Okay, I'm giving a consumer's point of view on products, and making it as truthful as I can, given my personal desires in that product. An example. I'm obviously an action gamer because you see me playing Devil May Cry right here. I'm not really an FPS gamer, so if you're a Call of Duty person, then you probably won't see a lot of what you like here, because I'm not a Call of Duty person. I don't besmirch the game or anything. It's just that it's not my cup of tea. I don't really gain enjoyment from that type of game, that FPS genre. So I won't see a lot of that here. I do play fighting games a lot, and other games that kind of grab my attention, RPGs and MMOs, and even dungeon crawlers. I'm back to Diablo 3 recently. The changes they made are very, very damn good. But again, the opinions that I give are mine solely, with no outside influence, or as little as I can possibly garner from the internet and other people, and will be truthful and as transparent as I can be. I don't really gain anything, or I don't see myself gaining anything from doing this other than putting myself out there. I've been told that I'm pretty verbal and descriptive when it comes to video games. These games are my passion. This is my hobby. This is my love, and I see games for more than what they are. I can take a game at face value, like let's say a Lollipop Chainsaw, but then I can play another game like, I don't know. Let's take an RPG. Let's take Final Fantasy 13. Right, that was kind of like a not popular Final Fantasy, but I can see what was attempted and what was done, and I can honestly say that I enjoyed it for what it was. You can also look at games like classics, like let's say like Kid Icarus. You take a game like that, and it's sort of like an action RPG, sort of like Metroid, sort of, kind of. And you can tell that outside of the influences, they tried to do something at the time that was never done. Whether it be from, putting passwords in a game so you can continue from where you were, or to just bring, Greek mythology into a child's life, because back then, games were for kids. myself, I had no idea who in the hell Icarus was, you know, but after playing Kid Icarus, it kind of piqued my interest and my curiosity, and I started reading up on Greek mythology, and lo and behold, years later, the whole story of God of War made sense. Not saying it wouldn't otherwise, but you know, there's a correlation to just being exposed to things that make you think, you know, and whether you, well, I won't say you, but whether non-practitioners or people who aren't involved in or even like video games can understand games in, you know, this decade, the 2000s, games are very, very deep and complex, and you have to have, you know, your graphics and your sound and whatnot just to draw you in. But you know, once you start peeling off layers and get beyond the flash, some things are in games are very, very prolific. You know, like going back to Call of Duty, No Russian. No Russian was pretty freaking deep, pretty damn deep. Whether or not you did it or not, or how you felt afterwards or even during No Russian, says a lot about you as a person and as a gamer. Personally, I knew about it before I played the game because I wasn't really worried about spoilers for Call of Duty because I wasn't worried about the story. But after hearing about that level and the controversy surrounding it, you know, whether or not you should play it or could play it, made me want to play it. And I did, and man, it really, really got to me. So ultimately what I want to do here on this channel is to give a different point of view concerning video games and other things that I dare to say geeks and nerds would enjoy. I'm a comic reader. I'm obviously a gamer. I'm an artist. I enjoy different types of movies and whatnot, and I am extremely opinionated. So I'll be here doing just that, spreading my opinion and listening to yours, reading yours, as well as hoping that you stick around to hear what else I have to say. Other than that, I am extremely happy that you stayed around to listen to this entire message, or vlog, or whatever you want to call it, and hope that you stick around for more. I'm compiling an opinion now on a video game. I'm not going to say which one, but given that it's a pretty important week in gaming right now, you can probably guess which one, so I'll leave it at that. The reviews for this game have already gone out, and people have looked at those reviews, and that's all well and good, but that's not what I'm going to do. I'm not going to do a review. It's just going to be an opinion on the game. And once that's done, you'll get a better idea of my intentions here. I have a Facebook page that I started a blog on. I did about 3 opinions on 3 different products. DMC, a phone, the Samsung Galaxy Note 2, fantastic phone, and Metal Gear Rising Revengeance. If you wish, I'll have the annotations and the links. You can check those out. I'm not sure if I'm going to do a vlog of those. Maybe I should, maybe I shouldn't since the time has passed, but you know, we'll cross that bridge when we come to it. There are a ton of games out and coming out that I have a lot to say about. So with that, um, what are we doing now? We're fighting the succubus, and great boss fight, great boss fight, great dialogue in this game. There's a lot of controversy about the dialogue, the banter between Dante and the succubus, and a lot of people judged it wrongly. It was pretty heavy in the profanities and whatnot, but in my opinion, it fit the situation. I mean, look at this chick. You know, if you can even call her a chick, this monster, this thing, this succubus is vile, and it's stuck in this basement with the sole purpose of pumping out virility that people are drinking. It's great. Um, but after all that time in this basement, this pit, your social skills will go to shit. You know, so her swearing up a storm really didn't surprise me at all. It really fit, and Dante being a not really give a fuck sort of character in this game, it fit too. But anyway, that's beating a dead horse that I've already written. So I'll leave it, let that kind of stay where it is. In any regard, all the gameplay that you'll see on here is me, and the opinions are mine, not forced. So I'll leave you with a quote that I've stolen. Take care of yourselves and each other. I'll see you again soon.